Hello, I'm Terry Ensberg. Today's quote isn't a quote, it's just something I said. Don't blink. And what that refers to is the process of putting on makeup. Once you get to mascara and you coat your eyelashes with this dark, inky stuff, it takes a few seconds or minutes to dry, and I think to myself, don't blink, because then you get the little lash lines either above or below your eyes, and they have to be cleaned off. So there has to be a pause right after mascara is put on where you just don't blink. And it's not very comfortable, but it's better if you don't blink. So this morning I was putting on makeup and I got to thinking to myself, what other situations is it best to not blink for a few minutes? And it made me think of my decision, excuse me, allergies, to retire at the end of this year. And once I made the decision, I only work part time, but it's still a lot of responsibility, for at least for me. So it was a big decision. And once I made the decision, I immediately wanted to figure out how to distribute or hire someone or find a way to pass off my responsibility so I would have a plan. I'm a natural planner. I like to have a plan. I feel best that way. But something inside me said, don't blink. Just hold still, process it, don't do anything for a while. You have till the end of the year. You don't have to have a plan in the next 5 minutes. Now, when I was younger, that period of doing nothing would have been so uncomfortable for me. I would have thought, well, I have to because I won't be able to relax until I have a plan. But what I realize now at this age is that if I can't relax, that's okay. It just doesn't matter. If there's a period of tension while I process something and then at the end of it I come out with a better decision or understanding of the situation, it's okay if I was uncomfortable for a while. That's okay. That's life. So I have evolved into this way of thinking. So I just let it be for a while, and I was mulling it over. What do I do with the stuff I'm responsible for? Do we hire somebody? Do we give it to people we already have working at the office? And then it got into, well, who has time? Who's naturally inclined to do which thing? I don't want to give anybody a kind of work or responsibility that runs against their basic nature because it just doesn't go well, and it raises the unhappiness level. So I had to think it through in detail over a period of weeks before and I had to talk to other people and ask what they thought. Not the people involved, but other people. And and at the end, I came up with a plan of redistributing my not just tasks but responsibilities. Like, what is it up to you to notice and deal with? I came up with a plan that I'm happy about, that I feel good about. Now, it may not work, that's always a possibility, but I think it's a good first try. And I think it has a pretty good chance of working. So I didn't blink in it, it worked for me. Another situation where that kind of thought has been in my mind is that when COVID first came here back in, well, I think it was earlier, but we'll say March. I think it was late 2019, but we'll go with March. And we shut the country down for a couple of months. That made sense to me. We needed a chance to process what was happening to us, to collect our thoughts, to gather information, time for hospitals to get more equipment, get more capacity, train healthcare workers, everything. All the bits and pieces of dealing with the pandemic had to be better understood and better. We had to be better equipped for them. That made sense to me. Don't blink. Wait 2 months. Just don't blink. Don't force it. Don't rush it. Don't pretend like we know what we're doing. Now I would modify that. I would not have, I mean, if I were, queen of the universe, I wouldn't have large gatherings, and I would have masks, and I would do things to mitigate it. Personally, I would not ever shut down again, but I could totally be wrong. I have very low confidence of knowing that I'm sure about anything with COVID. But it's the same principle that says sometimes it's smartest to just not do anything for a while so that the dust can settle and you can think clearly before you make a decision. So if you are one of my grandchildren and you are getting to a time of life where you can make your own decisions and you're making them, just keep in mind that if you need to make a decision and it makes you nervous to wait, that's okay. It won't hurt you to be nervous, and it may hurt you to make the wrong decision. Thank you for listening to me. Talk to you later. Bye.